So I'm at the point now where I'm quite pleased with the joints. That one's a bit gappy, but you know, maybe I could turn it over a bit that way up. It might be a bit better. So that's all right. The tabletops are okay. They're a little bit whoop-de-woo there, but they're all right. The tricky bit is going from here up diagonally to the tabletop, because that's the design, if you remember. And these are the diagonal pieces, so I have to work out how diagonal they go, and I have to work out how I'm going to fix them in. I think it's going to require some sort of tenon, because this really needs to be strong, this joint, because it's like, you know, holding the whole table up. So that's what I've got to work out. I'm about to start. I still don't know how I'm going to do it as I begin doing it. Woo! So you're going to see me faffing about. That's what you're going to see. I'm going to put it on time-lapse mode because there could be a lot of faffing. All right, I'll see you on the other end. Take it away, music or voiceover or whatever's happening. I don't know. had to do to try and get that to fit on there while I drill it and fit it. So I got me MDF to extend the bench out, and then I got that in the vise, and then it sort of rests on top, and that's clamped. I need an assistant. Any volunteers? Right, team, so I was just sat them up on the top there. I've got them on the top over there. I'm not showing you yet. To say, oh, it's time to start oiling them, because that's basically brilliant. It's only when you put them together that you notice they're not even close. This one slopes this way, this one slopes less, but it slopes that way. I don't know how that's possible, because these diagonals were all cut to be exactly the same, and they were exactly the same, but somehow they go up at a different angle, and I didn't even think to check it, and I wouldn't have known how to check it, because as you've seen, putting the things together was really difficult. Now I've got to come up with a solution to fix it without just throwing it away and starting again, because I don't want to have to spend another 100 and some odd quid on a load more oak. So that's going to be in a different video. What I'd really like from you guys is ideas on how I fix this problem. So this one, I think if I take out something out of there and get that angle to go down a bit, then that one might help. And then I've got to do this one, I've got to bring this angle down a bit this way. So change that like that. So I'm thinking I've got to somehow cut out bits of that. But of course I've got the screws in there. There's a couple of screws in there holding it all together. So I'm going to have to drill those out or something. So anyway, bright ideas please, people. Comments underneath. I do read the comments. I don't always answer, but I do read the comments. So it'd be really helpful if you could help me salvage this problem. Because until I put them together, I was really quite chuffed. I was thinking they look really nice. They've come up really nicely. But no.